This is the Trade Talk Showcase on Brownfield. I'm Amy Simpson, and we're here today with Shawna Hubbard with Corteva. To start off, before we jump in, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Amy. I'm the trait herbicide product manager at Corteva, and my product line is the Enlist weed control system.
And, let's talk about Enlist E3 soybeans. What does demand for the product look like, especially going into the 2021 growing season?
Well, we had a great 2020, which I think is really springboarding us into 2021, where we're excited to be able to project 30% plus market share for E3 in the upcoming season. And I think if we dig into the whys a little bit, it's building on 2020, where we had some exceptional weed control with Enlist herbicides on E3 acres. It's the standout technology of Enlist E3 beans in an arena full of technology options. E3 really has some great aspects of ease of use and flexibility, and no recent changes to the label. And then lastly, as we're here in seed selection season, farmers are able to get E3 from most of their favorite seed brands, whether that's a Corteva brand like Brevant or Pioneer or any of our 120 seed organizations that have licensed the E3 trait. Lots of choices with varieties, agronomic packages, and maturities.
Kind of adding off exactly what you just talked about, why is this something that farmers should be interested in, or how will it ultimately benefit them?
The Enlist weed control system really is about the power of the trait and chemistry together. We've been demonstrating E3 soybeans and Enlist herbicides now actually for about a decade, and 2020 was our first really large volume commercial year after we launched in the 2019 season. So I think delivering on expectations has been a hallmark of Enlist the last couple of seasons. Really, farmers having peace of mind that Enlist herbicides do what we said they're going to do, stay where they're sprayed, and provide this great potential to design a custom program approach with Enlist herbicides and then tank mix partners like Durango DMA glyphosate and Liberty herbicide on the acre as well. So options, flexibility really makes this system stand out.
So that flexibility factor that you're talking about, what does that mean, and what does that mean for growers, I should say?
Yeah, maybe flexibility is a bit of an overused word in product marketing these days, but to kind of drill down, what do we mean by that with Enlist? A couple of things I would point out. One is a wide application window of Enlist herbicides on Enlist soybeans. So you can spray from burn down all the way through the R2 growth stage, and there are no calendar cutoff dates with Enlist herbicides. So really providing a wider window to be able to spray, whether that's using Enlist in burn down, pre or post uses with E3 beans. Now, the other thing is related to the chemistry itself. 2,4-D choline in Enlist herbicides, that's a new form of 2,4-D that builds on a legacy of 2,4-D leadership that we have in our company. I'm proud to say Enlist herbicides are made right here in the USA, and they have the characteristics of near zero volatility as well as better handling. Being near zero volatility and having that inherent in the chemistry itself means there's no required volatility reduction agent or required drift reduction agent. But to the last point on flexibility, we really have a lot of qualified tank mix options with Enlist herbicides, whether that's Liberty, like I mentioned, or AMS products that can help our glyphosate or Liberty be most effective in the mix, or a range of residual herbicides, additives, and adjuvants. Plenty of options on enlisttankmix.com that enable more flexibility, again, to design that program for the acre.
And when it comes to using a program approach with multiple sites of action, why is that something that's important?
We kind of sing from this hymnal like a lot of university and extension, but it's a good hymnal of integrated weed management approaches. We never want to think of Enlist or any technology in a post-spray as that silver bullet or sort of foolproof option. We really have to have the sustainability mindset that comes with starting clean, using a pre-emergence residual, and then using those appropriate tank mix partners all season long. We all know we want to end the season with fields that look good and are clean and not having weed pressure impact our yield potential. And Enlist is really a tool to do that in partnership with all of those other methods of weed control and just going back to the basics, good old scouting and really designing that program are all good things that we should do with Enlist E3 soybeans.
And if people want to know more about that or Corteva in general, where's a good place to send them?
A great place to know more about the ins and outs of using Enlist is actually the Enlist Weed Control System YouTube channel. We've posted a brand new item there recently. It's a virtual tech center tour. And in these times of 2020, many things going virtual, folks can view an entire demonstration plot there in various video segments. So that's the Enlist Weed Control System YouTube channel. And there's also enlist.com and CortevaUS.com for all types of resources.
That's great. And then anything else you can think of we didn't touch base on you want to make sure is mentioned?
Yeah, I would just say for the 2021 season projections, we are really excited and also humbled that farmers are putting so much trust in the Enlist technology. We believe that they're going to get great results, and our team of Enlist field specialists is there to support customers with both seed and crop protection every step of the way. So a big thank you to folks who are giving E3 beans a look for 2021.
Great. And that was Shawna Hubbard with Corteva. I'm Amy Simpson with Brownfield Ag News.